Back here on Big Ten Plus, Ohio State leading Robert Morris 42-28. Matt Goldman here. Tyler Danberg and Brutus, the Buckeye, right behind us. For Ohio State in the season opener, Ohio State's impressed so far. Justice Suing leading the way for Ohio State.
Suing's got 12 in his Ohio State debut for the season, first since last year, but something Ohio State doing really well, they've been dishing it out. They've got 11 assists. That's the most that they've had in a game over the last 2 years, and they did it in one half.
And now we'll start action under the second half here on Big Ten Plus, 13 on the shot clock. And some good moves for Stephon Walker, losing ball control. Jackson Last puts up the shot, Walker with the rebound, and he tries to save it, but the Buckeyes get the ball back. That's Oklahoma State transfer Isaac Likely in transition. He finds the big man, Zed Key, top of the key! Zed Key gets the first points of the season for Ohio State with the big three.
He's already got 2 so far.
He goes 100% at that time at the charity stripe, and Likely comes the other way with the steal. Throws it down, Isaac Likely, as one of the student managers fell to the ground as he was trying to mop the floor. Likely throws it down. Buckeyes lead by 5. Now Ohio State looks to reset, find Gale Jr. in the corner. Back-to-back threes for Ohio State. They extend the lead to 4. Spear backs him down to turnaround Jay. Unsuccessful. Thorne goes the other way quickly for Ohio State. Justice Suing from the corner for 3. Buries it, and Ohio State leads 26-19. And now a big substitution for Ohio State. Tanner Holden, Bryce Sensabaugh, and you just named him, Felix Akpara. The 6'11 center freshman for Ohio State checks in. And with Ohio State's Tanner Holden, a really impressive player from Wright State who just transferred over this season, the 6'6 senior guard, only needs 19 more points to have 1,500 in his career, Tyler.
And he's familiar with playing Robert Morris. 2 years against him since Robert Morris joined the Horizon League. Averaged 17 points in 2 games last year.
Isaac Likely puts up another shot. And you can see the effort from Likely getting the extra possession. The extra pass from Bryce Sensabaugh finds Tanner Holden for his first 2 of the game.
Ohio State fighting really hard so far for second chance points. They got another bucket there with Holden.
Ohio State out-rebounding the Colonials right now, 7-4. Enoch Cheeks having some trouble to hold on to the ball as Ohio State's defense has been up in their face so far. Matt Mayers controls the possession. Enoch Cheeks nails down the 3 from the right wing.
Enoch Cheeks, a perfect 3 of 3 now from the field. He's been doing great off the dribble, but there he goes off the catch and shoot.
Enoch Cheeks shot 36% from beyond the arc last season, and we're seeing why he can do it again. As Akpara finds Sensabaugh at the right wing for 3. No good, and Ohio State with another offensive rebound. Holden has trouble with possession, some sloppy ball from Ohio State.
And that strong interior defense on the paint for Robert Morris, able to force that sloppy possession.
Cheeks looks around, guarded by Holden. Some off-ball movement from Robert Morris, trying to free up one of their shooters. Cheeks looks around, only 6 on the shot clock. And Khalil Spears gonna have to back up, and he connects for the 3-point make. 15-13, Robert Morris leads Ohio State. Robert Morris on a 6-0 run over the last minute and 2 seconds. As Akpara hands it off to the sharpshooter of Sean McNeil. Now we're seeing Mayers and Akpara go at it. Akpara short on that shot.
And Mayer is able to force him to the weak hand. Felix Akpara tried that turnaround. Couldn't get the baby hook to go. Mayers with good D.
And Knock Cheeks pulls up for 3. Short on that shot. Ohio State fighting for every rebound they can. Tanner Holden, Khalil Spear with a little high five. As you mentioned, they played against each other in college all these years, but for Ohio State now, Roddy Gale Jr. checks into the game, the 6'4" freshman from Niagara Falls, New York. He was the number 41 overall player in the class of 2022. And he was injured his senior year, but he's a combo guard who can do it all for the Buckeyes.
He really can. One of a couple Ohio State players, including that man right there, Ice Likely, that can guard positions 1 through 4, which is valuable on the defensive side of the ball.
Tanner Holden gets the screen to get freed up, finds Gale Jr. He has a little trouble with the ball. Sensabaugh runs into Stephon Walker, who's called with the foul. That's Walker's second foul of the game.
We've been seeing a lot of ball fakes from Ohio State around the perimeter. Bryce Sensabaugh able to get Walker to bite and draw the foul. And when you're slowing it down offensively, sometimes biting the fake and trying to get some defenders to bite, that's going to be critical for Ohio State to gain some separation.
One of the 4 new transfers for Robert Morris checks into the game as an offensive foul called against Tanner Holden for extending his right arm. But that's Kevin Martino who checks into the game. The 6'7" sophomore transfer from Sam Houston State. Played in 11 games last season, only averaging a point. But he's a good low post player, as Andrew Toole talked about.
And he's got a lot of experience, played a little bit at Sam Houston State, also played overseas in the U20 European Championships for Team Switzerland.
Jackson Last puts up the 3, and Akbar comes down with the board. Likely coming up with some urgency for Ohio State. And we're seeing some swarming defense from Robert Morris up top. And Ohio State has another turnover on offense.
And that was a strong design that Sensabaugh was looking up. Holden on that backdoor cut, but the pass was high, and another turnover, as you mentioned. Those are coming costly right now for Ohio State, as they have forked it over 5 times now.
3 turnovers in the last 2:54. Robert Morris leads right after this. Back here at Beaver Stadium, Ohio State is down to Penn State with 9:26 to go in the 4th quarter. CJ Stroud and his offense, fresh set of first downs on their own 25-yard line in a hostile environment in State College, Pennsylvania. Stroud, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Henderson in the backfield. Ohio State has struggled on the ground today. 37 yards total on the ground through 3 rushers. In the air, he's thrown for 226 yards. He motions Julian Fleming across, 3 receivers to his right. Henderson still in the backfield. Stroud in the gun. He's got time. He looks around. He's got plenty of time. Finds Harrison Jr. across the middle of the field, in between the hashes, right at the 46-yard line. And Ohio State, just like that, a 19-yard completion. Stroud to Harrison Jr. has been strong all day.
I don't know how many times I've said it, but who else but Marvin Harrison Jr.? Keep going to Mr. Reliable.
Ohio State goes quickly. Stroud, shotgun. Another pass to Emeka Egbuka. Egbuka today, -2 yards before that catch. That's his 5th catch of the game. And Ohio State, now they're in enemy territory. Just like that, that's the dangerous part of this offense. But they have not been able to show it today. Can they do it on this drive? Stroud hands up to Henderson up the middle. He breaks 1 tackle, 1 defender to beat. Ohio State has taken the lead back. Travion Henderson, just like that. For Ohio State, they lead.
Penn State did a great job all day, limiting Henderson to only 23 yards. 1 mistake letting him see that open field, and he makes him pay. 3 plays from Ohio State, 75 yards is all it took. There's a reason why they're the #1 total offense in the country.
And that's what Ohio State's been needed to do all day. They take a 22-21 lead. They're going to go for 2 to make this a field goal game to go up 24-21. Just like that, Travion Henderson breaks through, 41-yard running touchdown here in Beaver Stadium. Silenced the crowd for a quick second. Ohio State does have the lead by 1, but a big deal right here to go up and make this a 3-point game. 2 receivers to Stroud's right, 2 to his left. Henderson to his right hip. Ball's at the 4-yard line. He motions on over. Harrison Jr. A possible slant play from Ohio State. And Penn State jumped. That will move it half the distance to the goal. The ball's at the 3, so that'll go to the 1.5-yard line.